Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. So this is my declutter series. I want to welcome you to it. We are going to be doing a quick intro on this series and then we're going to get right into today's video. If you've already seen this introduction, that means that you have been watching my other declutter videos. The intro is going to be the same for every single video, so if you've already seen it, feel free to skip ahead. I do want to intro why I'm doing this declutter series a little bit and give you a little background on it and how we're going to go about it, because it's different than just getting rid of makeup that I don't use. There's a very specific method behind this. So I just finished reading The Life-Changing Magic of Tidying Up by Marie Kondo. This is a book that details out the KonMari method, which is Marie Kondo's method. It is her last name, a combination of her first and last name, KonMari method. And basically, this book tells you how to put your house in order. It's something that I've been really thinking about for a long time, but every time I see the book, I would get really overwhelmed. And so finally, I decided to do it. So this declutter series is all about getting rid of things that do not bring me joy. Now, I am a makeup collector. It is my passion, it is part of my job, and I love makeup. It brings me a lot of joy, but there's so much in my collection that I could not possibly use. You may have watched my declutter series from last year where I discarded an absolute ton of makeup, and this time it's a much smaller collection, but still huge for any one person. I didn't need this much makeup, and so when we're decluttering it, I'm pretty cutthroat with it. If it doesn't bring me joy, it goes. All of this makeup, if it was heavily used and not able to be donated, it has been being tossed, or if it was expired, it's being tossed. If it's able to be donated, lightly used, or hasn't been used, I am donating it to women's shelters. That is the quick little intro. I am doing a Project Zero, if you're watching this in the month of May, for 30 days of no spending on wants, and it's about appreciating the things that we have, learning to love the things we have, and not always looking for the next thing that we want, buying the next new thing. And I'm doing it through a Facebook group, so if you want to join that, I will have it below. We have over 100 members of it. It's so fun. We're supporting each other. We're all kind of doing it together. It's a really good time. We do daily challenges, and it's kind of like leading our own version of a minimalist life, which to me is not a minimalist life. I call it my Abby minimalist life. I want to live with less stuff that I feel like I don't need. So anyway, that's the story on the decluttering. I hope that you guys enjoy this series. I will be talking more about the KonMari method in upcoming videos. You're going to see a whole before and after house tour, because I did the entire house, not just my makeup. In fact, my makeup was the last thing that I decluttered because I knew it would be the most emotional and also one of the hardest things for me to do, and it took more than an entire day to do all of this and film it for you. So I hope that you enjoy it. Give this video a thumbs up if you like it, and let's go ahead and get into today's declutter video. Okay guys, so we are here to go through all of my primers, and I have a couple like setting sprays, random brush shampoo. This is basically the top drawer of my makeup collection, and we're gonna go through it. So I'm a little bit nervous. This is very daunting to me. I've saved this till last in the KonMari method because I knew that it would be the most emotional for me and I would have the most trouble with it. So let's go ahead and get into it. First thing is the Benefit Dr. Feelgood. That's a no. That is so old. I have not used that in forever. This is also a no. This is the Pop Face Magnet Primer. Don't use that anymore. The Dermablend Leg and Body Cover. This is actually a foundation, but I've used this for my wedding to cover my tattoos, and I don't really need this anymore. Like, I would never use this again. No. Get rid of that. I love my Smashbox Camera Ready BB Cream, so I'm going to keep that. Not a fan of the green primer, so I'm going to get rid of that guy. I love my NYX CC Cream. I'm going to keep this guy, and I'm also going to keep the lavender. I really like both of those. I love my L'Oreal Infallible setting spray, so I'm going to keep that. And then I also really like my Dermablend one, so I'm going to keep that guy. Let's see. I'm going to get rid of the Benefit Shine Killer since my face is more dry now. The Big Easy by Benefit. I'm going to keep this. Also going to keep my BB Cream Radiance by Rimmel. I love that stuff. I'm going to get rid of both of these sample size primers. Not a big fan of those. I am going to keep the Angel Veil. I don't use this All Made Luminous Primer. I'm going to get rid of that. I'm going to keep my NYX Pore Filler, because I don't really have many pore filling primers. I'm also going to keep my Rimmel Fix and Perfect Pro. This is like one of my favorite like all-time primers. I love that. I'm going to keep my CC Cream from IT Cosmetics. This Cover FX Mattifying Primer I don't really need anymore, so I'm going to get rid of that guy. It is good though. Going to get rid of my Revlon Photo Ready Skin Lights. and my NYX HD primer. I love this CoverGirl BB cream so much. It's amazing. My shade's light to medium, so I'm going to keep that for sure. I'm going to get rid of the Dermablend. It's another thing I use to cover my tattoos. I'm going to keep my Naked Skin Beauty Balm. I like that. I'm also going, I don't know what I want to do with this. I'll get rid of this, the Josie Maran Argan Moisturizer. I don't really use that. Definitely going to keep my Laura Mercier one. Love this stuff so much. I'm going to get rid of this Ipkin Poreless Gel Primer. I'm going to keep my Josie Maran Argan Luminizer. I'm also going to keep my Outlast Primer and my Hourglass Primer. I really like that a lot. I'm going to keep my Baby Skin. I'm going to get rid of my e.l.f. Mattifying Balm. I don't really use that. I'm going to keep my Hourglass. This is the Mineral Primer. It's good. And this is the Skin Prep FX. This is actually empty, so I'm going to toss that. Then I have these two. I'm going to get rid of the Perfect Eye Gel and its little spatula because I don't use that. And then I'm going to keep the Perfect Prep Primer because I do really like that primer. And this little mirror, I just don't use. I'm going to donate that. Then this guy, the Bare Kiss Illuminator in Pompeii. I'm going to keep this. I'm going to put that in my highlight drawer though. So I'm just going to load this stuff back up. We did pretty well. Alright, and I'm going to get rid of this brush shampoo. It's actually empty. I don't know why I still have it. Alright, so I'm going to go grab my foundations and I will be back. Okay, so now we have all of my drugstore foundations and concealers. We'll do foundations first. I know I'm going to get rid of this MUA Undress Your Skin. I'm not a big fan of it. I never use that. I'm also going to get rid of all the NYX HD foundations that are not in my shade. So I'm keeping Sand Beige because it's a little bit darker than my skin tone right now, and I do love that foundation. And let's see, that's 104. I want to keep one shade darker. This is Natural Beige. Yeah, and I'll be able to mix those two together. So I'm going to keep those two shades and then get rid of the rest. Then my L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte. I don't like this foundation, so I'm going to get rid of that. Definitely going to keep my Rimmel Lasting Finish, my Maybelline Super Stay, my L'Oreal True Match. Love all those foundations so much. My Maybelline Instant Age Rewind. Oh my gosh, it's such a good foundation. I am going to keep my Fit Me, actually all three of my Fit Me foundations. I love these guys. The Dewy and Smooth, the Matte and Poreless, and the regular. Love that foundation. I loved this foundation. Haven't used it in so long, but I want to keep it. It's the L'Oreal Blur Foundation, so I'm going to keep that. I'm going to keep my CoverGirl. Get rid of this Physicians Formula one. This color stays so old. I'm going to get rid of that. I have two Revlon foundations. The Nearly Naked I'm going to keep, and the Age Defying I'm going to keep. I'm going to get rid of the Instant Age Rewind. This is way too dark for me now. I'm also going to get rid of my Color Stay Whipped and my Lasting Finish. This is really old. I'm going to get rid of this Revlon Compact. And then this is the Milani Cream to Powder, which I'm going to keep. I like that. I'm going to get rid of this e.l.f. foundation palette, you guys. I just don't use this ever. Like, ever in a million years do I use this. Look at that. That's the dark one. I don't use that. And I won't use it for contouring. I'm going to get rid of my NYX palette. I'm going to get rid of my Revlon Color Stay. I just don't like this. It's like it moves too much on my face. I don't know, I'm not a big fan. I am going to, let's see, I'm going to get rid of both of these NYX concealers. I just don't really like them, never reach for them. I'm going to get rid of this NYX foundation stick, something my MAC concealer made in here. I'm going to keep, these are contour sticks. I don't know what they're doing in there, so I'm going to put those to the side. I'm going to keep the rest of these concealers, my two NYX, my Milani, my CoverGirl, and my Maybelline Superstay. So that is it for this drawer. You guys, I am weirdly good at this. I feel like this is going really well. I'm like doing this pretty quickly. I'm impressed with myself. Okay, we can do this, guys. We can do this. Okay, so now we have all my high-end foundations and concealers. You can see this drawer is much bigger than any other drawer, but I keep a lot of these. I know that I'm going to be getting rid of a lot of these right now. Again, remember, this method is about what brings you joy, and I want to make sure that I have like some makeup that I collect because it is like part of my job and my passion, but I also want what I have to be used, and so I'm not going to keep stuff that I'm not going to use, and that is how and why I'm doing this. That being said, this is actually not all of my high-end foundation. All the foundations that I have purchased recently and I know I'm going to keep are not here, and there are quite a few of those, at least 5 or 6, maybe more like 10. So anyway, we're going to go ahead through these. I'm going to donate my Stay Matte. It's just, I used to love this foundation from Clinique. My friend Ashley sent this to me and I seriously loved this, but my skin is dry now, and so this just doesn't work for me. So I'm going to get rid of that. Let's see, I'm definitely going to keep my Becca Aqua Luminous Perfecting Foundation. I love this stuff so much. I'm going to keep my Dior Air Flash. Let's see what this shade is. I honestly, you guys, I didn't even know I had this. Ooh, that's going to be perfect for me in the summer. Oh, I'm so excited I have that. I almost bought a new one of those for the sale, but I'm really glad I didn't. My Laura Mercier Silk Cream Foundation. I love this stuff so much, but I think it might be expired. I'm going to test it. Actually, it still seems good, and I kind of mixed these shades, Sand Beige and Rose Ivory, so I'm going to keep both of those. For some reason in that foundation, they probably do now, but when I bought it, they didn't have an exact shade for me. I'm going to get rid of my Estee Lauder Double Wear. I just bought a new one of these, so I'm going to toss that one. I'm going to keep my NARS Sheer Glow Foundation. This is in Santa Fe. I'm going to use this week because I have to use this to see if it breaks me out, or I'm not allowed to keep it, because that's why I keep keeping that. Definitely going to keep my Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk. Definitely keeping my YSL Touche Eclat. Definitely keeping my Ultimate Complexion Cream by Becca. I'm just going to kind of like wipe this down because it's really, this packaging is like really pretty, but it gets so dirty. I'm going to get rid of my Gorgeous Cosmetics Liquid Foundation, not a huge fan. Going to get rid of my Gemma Kid Foundation too. I'm definitely going to keep my Lingerie de Peau. This is by Guerlain, and the shade is in 03. I'm going to keep my Super Balance because I really love it. Definitely keeping my Smashbox Studio Skin. This is like one of my holy grail foundations. I need to use that more. I'm going to keep my Clinique Beyond Perfecting. Definitely going to keep my Kat Von D Locket Tattoo. I'm going to get rid of the Bare Minerals Bare Skin. This broke me out. Going to get rid of my Clinique Even Better. This is almost out. Going to get rid of my Stila Stay All Day. Not the biggest fan of it. Bobbi Brown Skin Foundation. I don't ever use this. It's really lightweight though, and it feels nice. I'm going to keep it and say that I have to use that like within the month if I want to keep that long term. I'm going to get rid of my Tarte Amazonian Clay Full Coverage Foundation. I kind of feel like I've grown out of that. Okay, I'm going to keep the Givenchy. It's Eclat Matisme Foundation. It looks really pretty. I'm going to get rid of my Dior Forever Nude Foundation. I'm going to keep my Chanel Pro Lumiere Foundation. I'm going to get rid of my Chanel Perfection Lumiere because it does not have a lid, you guys. And it's just like, it's too light too. I'm going to get rid of my Graftobian palette. I just never use that. I'm going to keep my Dior Skin Nude. This is like one of my all-time favorite foundations. I'm going to get rid of my Lorac Perfection. Don't use that ever. Keep my Chanel Vita Lumiere Aqua. You guys, that foundation is so good. I've got to use that. Definitely going to keep my Urban Decay All Nighter Foundation. That's awesome. I'm going to, let's see what I want to do with this. It's so nice. I do like this. I'm going to keep Urban Decay Naked Skin. Like that foundation. I'm going to get rid of my Ket Cosmetics. And then I'm going to keep my Makeup Forever HD, the Stick Foundation. Love that. And then I'm just going to keep one shade here. Alright, I'm going to get rid of 125 because it's broken. I'm going to keep 128 and N128 and 128, which is darker. I don't know why. Oh, it's because this is the Ultra HD and the HD. I'm definitely going to keep both those. I can mix them and make my perfect shade. One's darker, one's lighter. Now to concealers. Definitely going to keep my Makeup Forever Full Cover. Definitely keeping NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer. Going to get rid of my Kat Von D Locket. Going to get rid of my Dior Skin Nude. Let's see. Going to get rid of Benefit Fake Up. Going to get rid of my Laura Mercier. Definitely keeping my Becca Eye Brightener. I love that stuff. I'm going to get rid of my Touche Eclat. It's just really, really dried out and doesn't really work anymore. This is the Smashbox Highlight Stick I'm going to keep. This is my MAC Select Moisture Cover, which I'm going to keep. I'm going to keep my M Cosmetics The Great Cover Up. I like that. I'm going to get rid of my YSL. This is too dark for my under eyes, and it's too dark for my blemishes too, and also it just moves too much, so I'm actually just going to get rid of that guy. Going to get rid of that Jouer one. This is a Rain Cosmetics Cream Foundation I don't use. More Mercier. This is actually really nice. Is this dried out though? Yeah, it's all dried out. I'm going to get rid of that. And then my Cover FX. Oh, you guys, I used to love this stuff. But I'm going to get rid of it. It's too late for me now. I'm going to get rid of that guy. This is going to go in with eyeliners. And then I have my Mally Creamy Concealer. I love this stuff, you guys. I'm definitely going to keep that with the powder that goes along with it. So that is it. Oh my gosh. Look at that. All stuff that I love. It's so happy. It makes me so happy.